And we are live, and the doors of the Sanctum have been unlocked and open for the week. Welcome, everyone, back to the Sanctum Sanctorum. I am your illustrious host, Widow's Son. With me is one of my awesome co-hosts, Splicer87. Wanderer and Doc will not be with us tonight. Once again, as you can tell, this is one of our during the week shows, rare Friday shows that pop up every so often. And do want to take a moment to, and I spoke to him earlier, but I would like to just get on public record, do apologize to my YouTube mentor, Sir Hatman. He is streaming live right now as well. And I do apologize for bumping into your time, sir. And if you don't already, go and subscribe to my YouTube mentor, Hatman, or his other channel, Sir Hatman, as well. He is a gentleman and a scholar, as I always call him, and we love him dearly here at the Sanctum. He is a dear friend to all of us. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, like the stream. It really helps us out. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, get the notification bell on. Come and join us every week when we're live and have a good time. See what kind of shenanigans we will get into, because it always happens. Usually it's Splicer that's stirring the pot.
Always so, the shenanigans.
The next person who says shenanigans, I'm going to pistol whip them. Hey Farva, where's that place you like to eat with all the crazy shit on the walls and the cheese sticks? Shenanigans?
Hi.
You've never seen Super Troopers, obviously.
Obviously.
So
next on the list. Here we go. Add it on.
That list is slowly growing.
The list is getting longer. It's getting much longer now.
Oi!
What? Good evening to you too, sir.
How you been, bro?
I am doing as amazing as ever. I'm trying to not say the exact same thing every time we start this show. Because I do. I say about the exact same thing whenever you ask me that question.
Well, I always say the same thing as well. Strikes and gutters, ups and downs.
Yeah, man. I'm going through my older games in my library, trying to get them completed.
If that computer of yours had an odometer on it, I'm sure it would have probably turned over at least a dozen times by now.
This my Steam account.
You like try to sell it used and be like, how many miles does it have? It has over 5 million.
I don't think there's a chance that I'd be able to sell this computer, man. It's before 2016 build.
Well, when I was doing tech support for Dell a long time ago, one thing they told us in training is this, like, this is how fast technology moves. Say you go to Best Buy, you buy a brand new computer right off the shelf. By the time you take it to the counter, pay for it, walk it out to your car, get in your car, and leave, it's already outdated.
Basically.
And I was just thinking, good God. Then what's the point? I mean, it's like you just wasted like $400 and like 45 seconds later, it's, something better has already come along.
That's how I feel about the guys who spent multi-$1,000s on a graphics card, just for their computer. Like, come on, man.
Well,
it's not worth it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that if you could afford one, that you would buy one.
I don't know if I would buy one straight up immediately as just a normal tech person. I really don't.
Splicer's just like, no, I'd buy two.
I'm humbled, man. I feel like even if I had a lot of money, I would not spend it very much. I feel like I want to live a, somewhat comfortable life, not be a whale.
Oh, I could say something, but I will not.
I mean, you've heard of like other YouTubers, right? For instance, Markiplier, he donates to charities and stuff, and doesn't spend his money that much. But
dude, that guy. I mean, like, okay, in a lot of aspects, YouTube is certainly not a job. But if you're somebody like, let's take Markiplier, for example. I mean, yes, he has his fingers in a lot of pies and everything like that, but I'm sure that he was making money. Like, that's how he was making his living, was YouTube for the longest time.
Yep. Still same thing, man.
Yeah. I love his 3 Scary Games videos. Those always Those are always good for a laugh
I'm
from
sure
the
you have
man.
thrown many hours of ad revenue at that man.
Well, yeah, that's true. Because when he was playing West of Loathing, like every day he would put a new video out. And when I would come home from work, that was the first. After I took care of the cats, that was the first thing I did. Was I'd sit down and watch him play West of Loathing.
Oh man, he has
That
some banger freaking series on that channel.
oh
So
yes,
many.
his playthrough of Resident Evil 2 was great. Absolutely love it. And it had been years since I'd even like seen or touched that game. And it was like all his Resident Evils that I watched were a lot of fun. Um
Yeah.
the oh man, his Five Nights at Freddy stuff was great.
Of course, the FNAF stuff is going to be really like large, but other games made him popular.
Mm-hmm.
FNAF just kind of exploded, and that one video, like his very first video, has so many views for FNAF. Scariest game.
I like his try not to laugh challenges are really fun to watch.
He took like a massive like hiatus from that once he won.
Yeah, he actually beat one.
He beat one and just stopped.
And no, actually he did one I think a couple of months back.
Yeah, like very recently he did it again, but it was I was like, bruh.
Oh man,
there's like a 2-year gap between videos.
Exactly.
Sounds like me.
But no, I mean, honestly, if we had subs and we could get monetized and everything like that, yes, it would be a lot of fun to make a little money doing this. It would.
Second channel, Sanctum Gaming.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Although I have been considering starting like a little side project, and it'd be a little more on the philosophical side. I'd want to just do like discussions about philosophy and theology, things like that, on a much deeper level though. Not your debating creationism over evolution and all that stuff. No, I'm talking about something a little more deeper and a little more esoteric. But it's just an idea. I haven't decided if I'm going to give it a whirl or not.
For the longest time, people just sat down with the camera and started talking. So now's your chance.
Well, that's very true. Well, I mean, honestly, it took me over a year to actually get up the nerve to start doing this, and here we are over a little over a year later, and we're up to 178 subs, and we're slowly trucking onto that 100th episode, which I can't believe is coming up as quick as it is. Really
make it double the length. Add every person that's ever been here into the call.
Oh my God. No, I don't. No, I'm only using the free version right now. Holidays are coming up, and I have to, my card needs servicing as well.
We'll have one of us splurge for the full version of your account, and we'll be good. All right.
But yeah, we're gonna come up with something for that one. Definitely. Well, man, it's good to hear that you're doing so well. Are you looking forward to the holidays?
Oh, of course, man. Since I work at a school, it makes things super easy for me. But like, I only have like a 1 week or 2 week gap where there's no children at the school, where I have to still work because I can do more when they're not there. But it's not.
Sounds like you're overdue.
I still enjoy my holidays, but I still work during it.
Sounds like you're due a vacation, my dude.
I really need a vacation. In fact, I've been debating about asking them, just like, hey, can I just like take an unpaid week even, man? I just need to take some time. It's just so much.
It's like brother needs to breathe.
Well, they only offer me like 3 to 5 days of paid vacation like a whole year, since I'm so new. They just don't offer you much vacation.
Man, like, take them all.
Just take it all.
Yeah, dude.
It's like a full week. Just
tell them, hey, look, I'm taking these days because once again, brother needs to breathe.
Brother needs to breathe. I'm waiting until summer, probably. Maybe I can go to Canada or something.
Oh, you go to Canada, eh?
Yeah, like Canada. My family goes there like every single year.
Oh, dude, I'm jealous. I've always wanted to go.
I mean, it's usually just a big fishing trip.
Oh well.
Stay at a cabin.
Well, I tell you what, when you go, uh, grab me a Canadian flag and send it my way.
I don't know if they'll let me take it across the border, but
Really?
sure. Okay, so you know how the U.S. has like very specific laws about their flags.
Hmm.
Canada, I mean, I could probably get like a smaller one. I don't know if I can get like a full size one, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, I'm not asking for one that's just like that would cover a bed as a bedspread. I
Oh, that'd be kind of
mean,
cool.
yeah.
Oh, Canada. Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, man, just take it all though. Seriously, like
hmm
even if you didn't go to Canada, like go just like get on the road and see where it takes you for a couple of days.
I'm like dying over here. Yeah. I really want to visit my friends in Texas. I have some friends there that I stayed with them like 2 years ago, and I haven't been there since.
Well, Miss
Like,
Vendetta is here. Hello, dear. Nice
hello.
to see you. Um, yeah, but totally, just anywhere, you know.
hmm
Um, hell, I would absolutely love to be able just to hop in the car for a few days and just go somewhere. I don't know where the fuck I would go,
hmm
but
Let's see. I stayed with my friends for like a week and a half when I went to Texas. I just straight up drove there in one day and drove back in one day when I was done with my trip.
you, I'm surprised that I'm sure you were about ready to
Oh
collapse.
yeah, man! I walked in that door, set up my bed, and passed out. Oh
Just like you
man.
sat down and fell over and woke up 14 hours
They
later.
wanted me to get up and drink with them, and I said, "Guys, come on! I just drove across the country. Can you not?"
We are doing spectacular.
Oh
So
yeah, I'm full of plenty of bad stories and bad jokes today.
no, it's it's been nice to have a few days off myself. Still trying to figure out if how everything's working out. Um, so one step at a time. I'm doing everything I can to try to find out, and I will once again go ahead and apologize to everyone for the sporadicness of our shows as of late. You guys know that we love doing the show, even if even if you're here live or if you listen later. We do appreciate it.
Yeah.
So once once I get more information, I will keep everyone up to date. But just please continue to be patient with us because we do enjoy having everybody here. Um, so
Summoning the thunder.
run no, it's actually nice. So we'll leave the thunder alone for tonight anyway.
Wow, dude, clickbait.
um okay, so now you messaged me a while ago. You explained to me that you had in fact done your homework. Now I gave you two movies last week, and you decided just at the spur of the moment that you weren't going to tell me which one you were going to pick,
That's correct.
which I actually like that.
Yep, and you still don't know about what movie I watched.
Okay, well the two that I had you pick from, one was The Big Lebowski, and the other was John Grisham's A Time to Kill. Now I kind of have an idea of the one that you picked. Um, I will say for one, was really excited for you to watch it because I enjoy it so much. But the other, I knew would be really intense, and I thought, and because of the cast of it, I knew you would like it.
And based on my message to you earlier saying that I would like to watch it again before I review it, I will tell you that I did watch A Time to Kill.
That's what I thought.
It's too deep of a story for me to just watch once and not like I can't give it justice on just one watch. I really
I
can't.
I was that's the one I thought you would watch. To be
Yeah,
honest with
yeah.
you, like when we chit chatted during the week, and you were like, "Well, I'm not going to tell you which one it is." I'm like, "I'm not asking you to tell me. I'm just like, I'm curious to know which one." And I got to thinking about it. I'm like, okay, The Big Lebowski he would probably enjoy, but I think based just on the cast, I think he would go with The Time to Kill. And so I was sitting there at work the other night, and I'm like, that's the one he picked.
Such a deep movie.
It is. But I know you've only seen it once. I know you want to watch it again, and then we can
Yes.
kind of go back over it.
Delay it by another week. You know the drill.
Which incidentally, you and I will talk this week. I'll know my new schedule tomorrow when I go back to work.
We can do that.
So anyway, but yes, I mean, based on what you saw, did you not? Was it not a very? It was a ride. The movie was a ride.
It was a ride and a half. That's all I'm saying. Just as it was a ride and a half.
Okay.
In depth next week.
Who was your favorite character? I'm curious to know.
Still Samuel L. Jackson's character, the main guy.
Okay. Oh, Carly Haley.
Yeah, but I also really like Samuel L. Jackson and like virtually everything he plays.
Right. The one thing we didn't get from him though in this movie was we didn't get a motherfucker. That, honestly, any movie that I see him in, even if it's just like a silly movie or something, I'm just like, I'm waiting for him just to say motherfucker.
Right, I just think, see, I've seen Star Wars too many times, so
even when I saw him in Star Wars, I was waiting for it. Honestly, like he was like he could have been talking to Yoda and been like, motherfucker.
Jeez.
Oh my god! But honestly, when just watching him act, even in Jurassic Park, I was waiting for him to go, and that would have been a perfect movie for him to say it in. Like when they cut all the breakers off, and then they cut them back on, and nothing came back up right away, and he just goes, and I'm like, no, right there, he just should have gone, motherfucker,
He's also in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yes, he is.
And this is drug money. Oh man, what a guy.
No, I mean it's and of course I liked Matthew McConaughey's character.
Yeah.
He was good. Of course, Kiefer Sutherland was great. But yes, please watch it again, and we will talk about it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I know it was a deep movie.
Take better notes.
But you can't tell me. Just one last point. You can't tell me that closing argument of his was not absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, the movie's great, dude.
Easily. That part alone will get you.
Mm-hmm.
If you've kind of been just like, what the fuck through the whole movie, and you get to that point, yeah, it's gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you.
Court cases, man. Nice.
That is true as well.
Yeah.
In this motherfucking theme park. Say what again? Say what again?
Say what again?
I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
This is just the Samuel L. Jackson episode.
It is. What's up, Jake?
Hey. What's going on, y'all?
It's Jake Jonas.
What's up, fellas?
It's Fat Albert.
How we doing?
Hey, but hang on real quick. Jake, I wanted to ask you, are you OBKB?
Am I OBKB?
What?
Okay, you were just quoting Fat Albert. I'm talking about Mushmouth from the original cartoon.
Oh, bro, I never watched it, like, ever.
I watched it a little bit when I was a kid.
I'm too young for this, man.
Are you sure you're OBKB? Jake, how you been, man?
Not too bad, dude. Better this week than last week, that's for sure.
Yeah,
That's the
glad
spirit.
glad to hear that your mother has made a full recovery.
Oh yeah. She's back to doing her usual shit.
Um,
Shopping and going to work. And I thought she went back too early, but she said she was fine. So what are you gonna do,
hey man, you gotta let mama do what she's gonna do,
bro?
man.
I mean, that to me is better than worrying about. I mean, I was really freaked out at first because I'm 37 years old. I've seen her sick multiple times. Like when she had her kidney removed, one of her kidneys removed, she was
Yeah.
very sick. That was nothing compared to this. I've never seen her that sick.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, my parents were divorced, but my dad was still around. But I lived with my mom. I'm gonna tell you, dude. God bless my mama. God bless all the mamas for real, dude.
Right? Hell yeah.
I don't know if I've ever I don't know if I've ever told you this story, but I'm gonna talk about like how cool my mom is. When I was in high school, I found out that Pantera was coming to Biloxi, Mississippi. And that was probably like a good maybe 7 hours or so from where I'm from.
Oh damn, that's a
And
haul.
I had a car at the time, but the only thing is mine wouldn't have, it would have probably made it there. Making it back would be a different story.
Right.
Gotta love that.
So, well, I told all my friends at school, and I'm like, dude, we need to do this together because this was like all like my buddies, like the brotherhood as it was, Well, no, seriously. I mean, when one of my buddies got married, who did he have as all his groomsmen? He called every single one of us, and that was the first time we had been all in the same room in like 15 years.
The brotherhood of steel.
We were close, man. But anyway, I told them about the show, and they're like, "Yeah, we should do that, and we could all just go down there together." Well, they didn't get tickets for the Mississippi show. They got tickets for Atlanta for some reason.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
that's
I was. Yeah,
that's
I
a
was.
haul and a half, dude.
Whoopsie
Yeah.
doopsie.
Yeah, I was pissed, bro. I was super
Ticketmaster's
pissed.
not very good about. I don't know. I'm assuming you went to Ticketmaster. but
No,
they're not
I
very
went-
good about getting refunds. Giving refunds.
Oh no. To this day, I don't really understand why they did that. When I'm like, they're going to be on our turf. They're going to be in Mississippi.
Sir,
Right.
what year was this?
This was 2000.
Oh man.
Oh damn.
We got
Um,
those 90s
Yeah, so-
computers, man.
I was gonna say we probably went to school about the same time. Then I graduated 2002. So
I graduated 2000, so
2017,
Um,
boys.
oh,
but
we got a youngin, folks.
yeah, I know.
Folks.
No, man, the freaking kids now,
Hey,
they
man.
call me so old. I'm like, bruh, I was in high school 5 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, but to them,
Bro.
you're old. But
Oh, man.
but anyway, no, I left school. I was mad. I went to work. I was mad. I got home, and my mom asked me what was wrong, and I'm like, I just turned 18, and I told her this right here is how cool my mom is. My mother took 2 paid days off of work and drove me down to the coast just so I could go and see that fucking show, dude.
Nice. Now, was it
Oh,
in
man.
Atlanta with all your buddies? or
No,
did you go to the
no.
Mississippi one?
I went to the Mississippi Gulf Coast, motherfucker, and I went by myself, and I
Mississippi Queen.
had a fucking blast.
How was the show? Were they
The
awesome?
Oh my god, brother! I'm gonna tell you. Okay. That night I saw Pantera, Soulfly, Morbid Angel, and Nothing Face. Now I'd never heard of Nothing Face before. They got up there. They were amazing. I bought their. They put out a record called Violence. I bought it after the show was over. And then Morbid Angel played. They were actually really good live. Well, then Soulfly got up there. They were amazing. Max Cabrera
Yeah,
was on.
I've seen them before. Hell yeah.
Max was on point that night, dude.
I saw them in 1998 before they were
Ooh.
like bigger than they are. Like they weren't as big as a
98, 98, I think would have been when the Primitive album came out.
I saw them with the Deftones.
Not a Deftones fan.
And that was back when the Deftones were like respectable. Were a hardcore band. They're not, they didn't have like the White Pony and Beyond kind of rock.
Yeah, where he's like basically like breathing heavy into the mic the entire song.
Right.
Every song.
Totally.
Well, and also like Chino, the lead singer, gained a ton of weight, so like he can't perform the way he used to, Like you get like 3 or 4 songs in and he's winded up in air. No, like seriously,
he throws the oxygen tank on and he's just like he's like wheeling it around on stage.
I'll tell you a Ticketmaster story if you got a minute.
Well, hang on real quick. How Pantera was.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what they did was they dropped this big white curtain down in front of the stage, and like of course, if you've watched their home videos before, like all the guys in the crew, and of course we were seeing all those guys. So everything's set.
I only know there's Dimebag, there's Phil, there's Dimebag's brother. I'm not sure who the bass guitarist is.
That's Rex. I'm talking about. I was just talking about like their road crew.
Right.
Like I said, if you've watched their home videos before, and if you haven't, I highly recommend that you do because they're a lot of fun. A lot of drinking.
I bet. I was gonna say, I bet.
Okay, so anyway, like it's time to start. Like you can hear Suicide Note Part 1 playing kind of in the background, and there's lights going and all this. And then you hear that chord strike. And I'm like, all right, here we go. And they geared up, and the first song was Revolution Is My Name, and that curtain came down, and there they were. And that was the most intense 2 hours of my fucking life.
Yeah, I never got to see Pantera, but I saw Slayer, and I talked to a dude at the Slayer concert that was like, this mosh pit's nothing like the Pantera one I was in 2 months ago. I was like, damn, for real? Because it was fucking like crazy violent.
Oh, dude, I saw Slayer. I got to see Slayer before they retired. Sadly, Dave Lombardo was not playing drum. Paul is great, but I still love Dave Lombardo. But no, man, I'm going to tell you now, when I saw Pantera, this is when Phil was real bad on heroin, dude.
Oh, great.
And no.
I meant sarcastically. I know. Like good, like that's a good thing.
But his performance that night when I saw him was masterful.
I'm surprised he could juggle those two things, because a lot of times, like, you get bad enough, it just becomes like your whole life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're more worried about when you're gonna get like your next buzz than you are any fucking thing else. Band, job, whatever, marriage, etc.
But no,
because he was booting needles too. It's not like he was just sniffing it or something. He was
he was
the hard way.
Oh yeah. But no, they tore a hole through Mississippi that night. It was incredible.
Fuck yeah.
They did like all the classics and everything, and they closed with no, they didn't. Oh, they closed with fucking Hostile. That was the last song of the night. And
was that an encore, or did they not do it?
Oh no, that was the encore.
Nice.
They came out and played another 15-20 minute encore. So
nice.
Their set was just a little over 2 hours.
Hello, Wanderer.
Wanderer, what's up, my dude? Now you said you had a story.
Oh yeah, this is recent.
Like
so in 2019, AEW Wrestling, the new promotion, was coming to Rochester, New York, which is like the nearest city to me. And I was fucking stoked, right? So I got tickets, and I convinced my best friend to go because he doesn't care about wrestling at all. And I was like, oh no, it's this new company. It's not the WWF. Like they're way better. Then COVID hits, and the show gets rescheduled till 2020. So obviously 2020 comes around and, COVID's gotten worse. So they rescheduled it again for the summer of 2020, right? So last summer comes around or 2020 summer comes around and COVID's still fucking going. So they rescheduled it till October of this year, 2021. So they gave it like literally like another 16 months, I think, or 14 months. Anyway, so the week of the show, like normally you'll get an email from Ticketmaster that's like, oh, here's your tickets, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not getting that. And the day of the show, I can't find these tickets anywhere. And I'm calling Ticketmaster. I'm giving them like the number that they gave me with the original email, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't have those tickets on file. We don't know we don't know what to tell you. There's nothing we can do because you never bought those tickets, and if you did, you didn't buy them from us." Even though I had like the original confirmation number, and they said the confirmation number was good, but there was like no tickets bought. So then I'm sending them I'm emailing this guy like pictures. Screenshots of my receipt to prove I actually did pay for them, and they were expensive. They were $85 a piece, and I bought two, so that's $170. So then, and I'm like, well, I want to know what the fuck happened, and I gave them my information. So 2 days after the show, I didn't get to go because I couldn't afford to buy scalp tickets. People were scalping them at $100 a piece at the door, and I just can't afford that. So
no.
2 days later, 2 days later, they call me and go, "Oh, well, by the way, those tickets that you gave the numbers for, somebody scanned those. So we're pretty sure you're ripped. You're trying to scam us because you said you don't have tickets. You did have tickets. You went to this show, and now you know what I mean? Like you did go to the show because those tickets got scanned." And I was like, "Motherfucker, I was not at that show. Like you have the exact time that those tickets were scanned. You need to check cameras and see who it is, like, because that's not me, and I want my fucking money
and
back."
Right, you were on the phone with them while the event was going on,
and all they'll tell me is that those tickets were scanned and they think it was me, and they won't give me a refund. They won't even entertain a refund. And they said that basically the case is closed because somebody used those tickets, and they're not going to like go try to check cameras at this place, because it means they would have to get a hold of the Rochester, the War Memorial Stadium there, and talk them into giving security tapes over so they can see like who was in line while they were scanning these tickets.
Well, if they're scanning
so my first question was like, well, how the fuck did they get in when you told me there are no tickets? And they're like, yeah, that was our mistake. There were, we couldn't find them. We couldn't access them. But now that somebody's used them, we see what tickets they are, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm telling you, that wasn't me. Like, why would I go through all this hassle and just to lie to you for $150, $160? No. I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
Ticketmaster is just like the biggest, man. You want to talk? No, you want to talk about like legitimate scalping? I mean, my God.
Yeah. Man. So that it's funny you say that because that's how the conversation ended. Is I was like, you are the worst fucking company. I'm like, Pearl Jam sued you, and I wish they would have won because you people are glorified scalpers. You buy up thousands of tickets at once, and the band wants to charge $30, and you add a fucking $60 to that $30 plus a fucking $40 inconvenience fee. Like by the time the band wants $60 for 2 tickets, by the time you're through with Ticketmaster, you're in $180 for 2 tickets.
Right.
It's fucking bullshit. And when he hung up on me is I was like, and the problem is if a band says fuck Ticketmaster, we're not going through them anymore, your company blacklists that band and goes to all the fucking venues and says, don't book this band or we're not doing business with you anymore.
Oh God.
That's when the guy was like, click. Like, apparently I struck a nerve.
Oh, man.
That is exactly what they do, too. They did that to Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam was blacklisted from, like, every major venue in the country for, like, 10 years over them suing because they didn't want Ticketmaster controlling the prices of their venues. They wanted to control the prices so the fans could go and not be spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Exactly. Now, like, okay, one year while I was in college, my birthday came around, and my mom asked me what I wanted. Well, Hatebreed was coming to Memphis, and so she's like, "Okay, well, I'll get you tickets to go see that for your birthday." Okay, I got on the phone with Ticketmaster. Do you know how long I waited on hold?
Oh, probably 45 minutes to an hour or something like that.
Try 3 hours.
Yeah, see, I would have
Not
given
gonna
up.
happen.
Yeah, exactly. I would have given up, dude. I'd have been like, fuck this. I'm sure that was back in the day, right? Not recently.
Wow, during his stream, he freaking shows up. Nice.
He is. I am sure he is sniping us right now. So everyone say hello
Hello,
to
Hatman.
Hatman's stream right now. Yes, Mentor, I do humbly apologize, and I actually did that at the beginning of the show, so it is on public record. Feel free to rewind.
Took the
But
first
no,
thing you said.
yeah, but no. See, here's what I like.
How long ago was that Hatebreed show?
Oh yeah, that was.
Bro, we're literally on his freaking show right now. Nice.
Hello, everyone. We love you.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Costco. I love you. This was 2003.
Yeah, because nowadays they have a thing where, like, if you get tired of waiting, you can just hit a number on your phone and leave a callback number, and somebody will call you back, like, when they have a free phone line, supposedly. I've never used it, but my buddy said that's how he got. He got fish tickets a few years ago for the New York City show, and the New Year's Eve New York City shows are so fucking hard to get. Like 30 or 40,000 tickets will be gone within like 30 seconds. Like, they don't even make a minute before every single one's gone. The problem is companies like StubHub and Ticketmaster get first. They don't have to wait in that line and hope that they can get tickets in that 30 seconds. They have like
What's up, Jello?
They have early access and get all this fucking, get 10,000-15,000 tickets a piece and then jack the price up.
Well, see, this is
like 50%.
Well, see, that's why, like, the venues that I've gone to over the last several years have been some of these, like, more moderately sized venues, dude. And I've ordered tickets directly through the venue. Okay. About 6 years ago, Slayer came to Birmingham, and my girlfriend at the time, that was actually our 1 year anniversary. That's what we did for our 1 year anniversary. We went to see Slayer. And you know how much I paid for those tickets? Through the venue? Nope. Nope. I paid
Really?
$50 a pop.
So that's not bad. The last fish show I could bring myself to was that I went right to the venue instead of Ticketmaster, which is fucked up because, like, at the gate they were $50. Through Ticketmaster they were like 80 plus a surcharge, and I don't understand how that works. Like, how can they, But this is like an outdoor venue, dude. They could fit 100,000 people in. Like,
right.
It's never gonna sell out.
Well, so see, a lot of shows that I've seen have been at like clubs.
Well, yeah, and that's when like, Ticketmaster can really like fuck you over.
Oh no. When I've been to I've seen, I saw Corrosion of Conformity at a little club in Memphis called the High Tone, and it's just it's just a little bar, and they're getting bands like COC, I Hate God, Unknown Henson played there. I've seen Phobia. I've seen some great shows at just little clubs, and you literally pay at the door. And every show that I've been to, $20 at the door.
That's not bad.
Nice.
$20 at the door. They stamp your hand, and you get in.
You know who I'd love to see? I really would love to see Neil Young before he passes away. Like
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care if it's just him or a band with him or whatever. Yeah, Neil Young's a fucking man, dude. He started like that grunge rock sound. He started that shit like 15 years before it became popular.
You know, I've here's an interesting little tidbit. Now, and it's like I've told you, and of course I know Wanderer's listening, and I'm going to say it again. I've seen Typo Negative twice. Okay, the first time that I went to see them live, me and my best friend, his dad was driving us up to the show because we were like sophomores in high school, juniors in high school, something. And so he drove us up there. He drops us off. We go to see Typo Negative. Well, he comes and we meet up with him to head back. And I looked at him and I said, "What'd you do while we were at Typo?" He went down to the BB King Club and Wilson Pickett was playing.
Nice.
Yes, so he grabbed the nearest table he could, and he said he sat there and watched Wilson Pickett play all night. I'm like,
I've
I would
seen
have gone to that. I would have gone to that.
I've seen BB King before, and honestly, like, I didn't think it was a very good show. But then again, he's old as fuck, and I think that's kind of like he just sat in his chair, just like
He passed away.
Did he?
Yeah, he passed away several years ago.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I got to see him. I saw him in like 2003, I think it was 2004. I definitely was out of high school by then. But then I've also seen Buddy Guy, and Buddy Guy fucking shreds. Like if I had to pick between who I'd rather see live, BB King or Buddy Guy, I take Buddy Guy every time. It's my favorite blues musician.
Splicer, what's the last show you went to?
You know how I'm a hipster, right? So I went. To
I'm holding back my laughter, but go ahead.
I was going to say we're going to.
I went to see Panic at the Disco.
Oh, that's all right. They're a good band. I can listen to them.
I love me some Panic, dude. Sorry.
They're not like
it was great.
Okay,
not like hardcore punk, but they got a little grit. They got a little grit sound.
Okay,
Stuff.
I'll see your Panic at the Disco, and I'll raise you. I saw the Killers when their first album Hot Fuzz came out.
I'd see that band too. I like that.
They put on a pretty excellent show. Like I said, it was right after Hot Fuzz came out, or Hot Fuse or something. Yeah, it was Hot Fuse, I think. But yeah, it was right after that album came out, and they actually put on a really good show. I was impressed.
Yo, have you guys ever heard of the hippie band Moe? M-O-E?
Yeah, I've heard the name before.
Yo, so when I was I was 19 or 20, so this would have been like 2003 or 2004. I went up to Syracuse because I was thinking about going to college.
Hey, Jake, I kind of feel like we're giving Splicer a history lesson about what it was like to go to shows when.
Oh wait, just kidding. It wasn't Panic. That wasn't the last thing I saw because I went to Rock USA 2019, which was after my Panic at the Disco show.
Who played at that?
A ton of people.
But
who were the headliners at least?
Rob Zombie, Disturbed, Five Finger Death Punch. Yeah, those guys.
Five Finger sucks.
Yo, but let me finish this real quick. So I was in Syracuse with a friend who was going to college up there, and there was like 3 or 4 of us. We were just hanging out, chilling at the bar, and that was before I was 21. And in that town, it's really, really easy to either give a fake ID or none at all because people just don't give a fuck. Anyway, there's a band called Monkeys on Ecstasy playing, and it turned out it turned out it was Moe. Get it?
Nice.
Monkeys, M-O-E on Ecstasy.
Oh,
that was a free show. They just decided, hey, we're going to play in this bar tonight for free. Change the name so it's like anybody who knows what's going on is going to know who it is, but not call us Moe by our big name because their tickets were going for a lot on Ticketmaster back then, and so they just started doing free shows all over the country.
Oh yeah,
and they would change their name to different things with started with M-O-E. You know what I mean?
I saw the North Mississippi All Stars for free.
Mm-hmm. I've seen them before too. They're really good.
I saw them when Polaris came out.
Is that one of their records? I don't know.
Yeah. When I was in college, A few of my buddies were just some of these, like newer hippies, and they were into, fish and,
Hell
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Whoop, whoop.
And I hadn't, that's way before I got into the Grateful Dead. But my buddy, Dylan, um, he turned me on to, Death Cab for Cutie, their earlier stuff. Who else? North Mississippi All Stars and stuff like that. And he come up to me one day at school and he was like, "They're playing a free show about an hour from here at a National Guard armory. Do you want to go?" And I'm like, "Sure, let's go." And it was a good show. It was a really good show. But yeah, it's like I was saying, like I prefer to just pay through the venue instead of going through.
100%, dude.
I mean, like I said, I paid $50 a ticket for Slayer.
Dude,
A band that she liked called Go-Go Bordello played a few months later,
I don't know
and
what that is.
I paid $45 a ticket for those.
That's cool. That's not bad. Like that's in a range that I'm comfortable with. It's like the year I went to Bonnaroo in 2006, and that ticket was like I think $850 for the weekend. That's a lot of fucking money. Almost $1,000, and that's just for the ticket. That didn't cost getting from upstate New York to fucking bumfuck Tennessee, like out in the middle of nowhere.
Could
And it was
your
like,
PC with that.
dude, it was so dry that you had to wear a bandana over your face. Like it looked like now with people wearing masks for COVID and shit. Like it was so dry and dusty. Like if you didn't, the first day I tried not to and walked around with my shirt off, no suntan lotion. So not only did I get sunburnt to fuck, because apparently it's a lot hotter down in Tennessee than it is in New York.
Smooth move.
But I also didn't wear a bandana, and at the end of the day, I shit you not, like I was coughing up like mud and dirt, like you could see it. I would like hack up all this lung butter, and it would be like brown covered.
Hey, Splicer, he walks around all day with no shirt on. He's like red as hell from the sunburn. He could have been Mr. Krabs at that point.
Yo,
boy, SpongeBob, you're stealing all me money,
dude. And a couple of my friends would come up behind me and like smack me on the back as hard as they could. Like, man, used to get so pissed about that shit.
Oh no, dude! I would have hauled off and like slugged one of them like right away.
Yo, because like I partied my ass off Friday, but I got wicked sunburnt, and all this dust in my lungs and shit. So Saturday morning, I was not very happy to have paid all that money, but got up, drank some beer, then we were good.
There you go.
Sounds like Wanderer.
Bro, I wish.
Let's see.
I wish I had ticket stubs for all my concerts. I somewhere I have a shoebox with like at least 150 or 200 stubs in it. But that's not all of the shows I've been to. I wish I kept every single one. Similar to like any dirt races or any like racing I go see, I always keep those tickets too, those stubs.
Now you want to talk about a ticket price. All right. Now you know who the band Mayhem is.
I know of them. I'm not like
I'm not
like a fan or anything.
Well, right. Well, I mean, you know of them. You know their lore, a little bit of their lore and whatnot.
Yeah, I know of them. I just like you couldn't play them and have me be like, "Oh, okay, that's Mayhem."
Okay,
you know what I mean? I don't know them that well.
Right. Okay. They came through and played Birmingham. I shit you not, at this club.
Well, Birmingham's a pretty good sized city, isn't it?
Yeah, but this was just a little club. Like it was mostly like kind of a retro game bar, and it had a little concert venue attached to it that could maybe fit 250 people, if that. Maybe just a little bit more. And now, once again,
are you talking about Birmingham, Mississippi, or Birmingham,
Alabama?
Birmingham, Alabama. Okay.
I'm talking about Birmingham, Alabama.
The real Birmingham.
Because there is a Birmingham, Mississippi, but it's 40,000 people in it.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a very huge, legendary band playing this little club, right? Take a wild stab in the dark how much I paid for that ticket.
$100. Oh, are we talking cheap bucks? Cheap tickets? $7.
Wow.
And I'm laughing at freaking the comment section.
No, I
Yeah.
paid $25.
Real band. Birmingham
That's
is UK.
affordable.
Dude, no.
Damn, dude.
Well, dude, you have to take into consideration like they play mostly like huge black metal festivals and bigger venues, and here they are playing this little club in Birmingham, Alabama, and I'm thinking the tickets were going to be expensive as shit. And I went online through the venue and looked at how much they were. They were $25 pop.
That's what's up, dude.
And I was happy to pay every dime. I worked overtime at my call center job that I hated just so I could make some extra money from merch. And I'm like, I can't go and see these guys and not walk away with a fucking shirt or something.
Oh yeah, I always try to get like something. Not every show, but if it's like a band I haven't seen, I'll try to snag a hoodie.
Oh man, they had one. They were on I think it was the 25th anniversary tour of their first and only record that they played that Euronymous was on, and they were playing that album in its entirety. And
that's cool. Like
dude,
front to back, or just all?
Yeah, from start to finish and in order. But I was really shocked by it because I'm like, okay, you're playing the whole album, and their biggest song off of that album was a song called Freezing Moon. I figured they would have closed with that, but they didn't. They played the album in order.
That's cool.
And it was masterful. It was great. Now you're from.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You're from up around the north, or like the northeast and everything.
Yeah.
There's a band from New York called Immolation. Have you ever heard of them?
No. What kind of music do they play?
They're a death metal band.
Yeah, that's why I haven't heard of them. I mean, no offense, man. It's just really,
Well, they're from your neck of the
woods.
woods. I thought maybe you had heard their name, at least heard of them before.
Never heard of them. No, the hardest I get to is like Slayer and Pantera. That's Sepultura, like that kind of shit. I don't do the death metal. That's why I really wasn't ever into like Mayhem when you were mentioning them earlier.
Oh, I really never thought that I would get into it, and then I started hearing little snippets here and there, and I'm just like, okay.
What, didn't one of the original members like burn down a bunch of churches and is now in prison for it or something? Or is that Venom? I can't remember.
No, that was Mayhem. That was Varg Vigerness, and he's actually out of prison now.
Jesus Christ.
Dude. He got.
Didn't he kill somebody too?
Yeah, he killed Euronymous, the guy who founded Mayhem.
Oh, okay. I knew it was something like that.
Yeah, but he got the maximum sentence for something like that was like 25 years. And he served it, and now he's out.
All of it, or did he get paroled?
No, he escaped at one point, and they caught him like a day later.
Oh, so then you're going to serve your whole sentence.
Yeah.
Like that. He'd have been better off not doing that, getting out 10 years early, or 5 years early or something.
Exactly. And no, he actually had a YouTube channel for a while, but they fucking yeeted it.
That's funny.
Was it based on his content or just based on who he is?
I think a little. I think 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Right on. Yeah, makes sense.
And I actually watched it a little bit here and there. It was rather interesting. But okay, so Splicer, now you said you went to this big festival. How much were the tickets for yours?
180.
I'd say about that much. I'm not sure. I have to probably check the prices at the time. might need to go back and look it up.
Depending on the artists, like
Because it was like a few
festivals
years
are
ago,
expensive.
man.
Yeah, right, I get that. Well,
What
I mean,
what festival was it?
It was Rock USA 2019.
dude, where you're from, I'm surprised you never went to Knot Fest when they started doing that.
No. About $89 each.
Oh wow.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's a good lineup, dude. Listen to this shit. Rob
Well,
Zombie,
yeah,
Disturbed,
it was
Marilyn
like-
Manson, Mastodon,
Well,
Kill
actually,
Switch Engage,
yeah,
I saw
those
them
are all good
live.
bands.
Breaking Benjamin. Yo, my aunt used to live in a really nice neighborhood in the Pocono Mountains, and she lived right across the street from that guy, bassist for Breaking Benjamin, I guess. I never met him, but it makes sense because the houses are fucking beautiful.
These tickets were, I would say that we paid $159 each because that was like for the 3 days or whatever per person. Because the 1 day ticket's $89, and I own for all 3 days. So most of the bands.
You know, honestly, I don't think I could do a festival. I really don't.
So it would have been
bounce between the bands really quickly. Kind of
it
sucks.
It would have been $515 for all 4 days. So Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It was only 3 days.
There was one.
There were 3 of us that went together for 3 days.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I read it wrong because it's just
It's a 4-pack.
4-pack. What the fuck's a 4-pack mean for 4 people?
For 4 people, yeah.
For the weekend or for a day?
For the 3 day.
No way,
weekend.
man.
Yeah.
No way.
It was
How the
a
fuck does
Thursday.
that-
It was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I think.
But how the fuck does that work? So you can pay 4 people can throw in and get 4 tickets for $515, or
Yes.
you gotta for the weekend, or you gotta pay $90 for 1 day. How the fuck does that work?
Mhm,
That's
exactly.
fucking weird, man.
And there's
I'll
the
tell you-
single day one, like the 3 day one. The single pack for 3 days, $159.
I'll tell you what, there's actually 2 festivals that I've always wanted to go to. One was Voodoo Fest down in New Orleans.
Is that music though, or is that
yeah, it's a music festival. They got Tool to headline one year.
nice?
Oh yeah, I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah, me
You
too.
know, that band eludes me. Every time they've come close, I always miss it.
Dude, it's like one of the fucking best live shows I've seen, and I've seen, like I'm saying, man, like I have at least 200 ticket stubs, and I've probably seen double that. I've seen a ton of live bands. I've seen some really fucking gnarly psychedelic shit with some Pink Floyd cover bands and some electronic music. But that show was so fucking psychedelic. And you wouldn't think so for a band like Tool, but they are psychedelic as fuck.
I've seen their laser shows at their live concerts and their video screens. Oh yes, I'm well aware.
Yeah, do you know from Enema, do you know that eye that was like if you tilted it, it was what do you call that kind of reflection, or that do you know what I'm talking about? Like on the cover of Enema.
You would move it and the eye would roll.
The eye would roll. Yeah, that thing, they had one of those there that was probably like 80 to 90 feet tall in this gigantic screen that basically covered like the whole stage area. It was fucking gnarly, and all their like effects and shit were playing through that thing. All the like creepy Alex Gray artwork and shit. It was pretty rad. Like I was nervous about eating acid with my buddy because sometimes like that shit freaks me out. Like
that had to be like the most enlightening experience of your life.
It was fucking crazy. Yo, Maynard comes out and he's like, I smell patchouli. Because it's a hippie show. It's Bonnaroo. It was designed for, jam bands, not really like. But they had a bunch of cool bands. The Police were there.
Nice.
Nice. Police were awesome. You think that they are like a shitty radio band, but they didn't. They only played like their last like 2 or 3 songs, 4 songs maybe. They played the hits. But other than that,
very first Police record is great.
Most of the concert was like reggae-ish. It really wasn't like what you hear on the radio from the Police.
Some friends of mine got to see Primus live, and while they were playing, this was an outdoor show. A storm started rolling in off the river, and they started playing "My Name Is Mud" as the storm was rolling in.
I've never seen Primus, but I've seen Les Claypool twice with his own acts, and then I've seen Oysterhead, which is the guitar
Yeah.
player from Fish, the drummer from the Police, and then Les Claypool for the bass player. And that's a fucking wild show. Like
They're what?
Well, that was a very brief cutoff.
Yeah, Jake, I think we lost you, brother.
No, goodbye, Jake. Well, the show must go on. Anyway.
Jake, your mic's not working.
Look what Villa put in chat. Is that how I say it? Or is it Villa? Yes, it's
Dude,
the one
that's
before it.
Talking about
that one.
Danny Filth. He is the front man for a band called Cradle of Filth.
Ooh.
They're
Nice.
honestly, I haven't listened to them in a long time. Like the last bit of their music I listened to was off their album Nymphetamine. Their earlier stuff was a lot darker. They were like a legitimate like black metal band for the longest time, and now they're actually really big. Like that was just a band that I never expected to that playing that kind of music to just kind of blow up. But I mean, they're from the UK, and then you have there's a band from Norway called Demuborg Air that I like. Their earlier stuff is amazing. I haven't listened to any of their newer stuff. And then there's another band called Behemoth, which has gotten huge. Which, I mean, it's so weird to me to see black metal bands like that get as huge as they are.
You telling me that a band named Behemoth got huge?
Yes. Yes, pun intended. You sick bastard.
It's always the bad puns.
Hang on, let me check.
I love that.
Let me check Discord. No, I don't want to open up.
Yeah, see what's up
Magic.
with Jake.
Oh no, that was a message from you.
Yep. It was the set list.
Okay.
It was the bands that played at the show. That's what I sent
Yes,
you and Jake. That's what he was saying earlier.
Well, I'm well aware of what a set list is, sir.
Yes, I figured. Anyway.
Oh, wait, there he is. Yo, what happened?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah, I'm doing some beats over here. Sorry, boys. I don't know, dude. My like, I thought it was your stream, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I looked down, and like, I have no internet, so I have my phone hooked up with my headphones all ready to like just use cellular service, and it fucking comes back on. It was weird, and then I couldn't get Discord to open right because I tried to open it before I had internet, not realizing it. Right, so then when I did have internet, I opened it back up and it was still like just showing me a blank screen. It was fucking weird.
Whoopsie doopsie.
But should be all right now, hopefully. I don't know. I live out in the country, so we, sometimes.
Oh man, my ISP hates me. I swear. Every time I log in my computer, sometimes it like just doxes myself, like or DDoSes it. I fixed it though.
I actually got to well now Splicer, you were actually talking about the new GTA stuff.
Yeah, we've got to talk about the absolute flop that is the freaking GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition. That just
I thought you were going to bring up
freaking
GTA
God.
6 and I heard
no.
I heard that they made it like less detailed is what I heard.
Oh man.
I don't know if it's true or not, but let's hear it. Let's hear what's going on with it.
So we need some context here, right? So, for instance, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas has been, like, quote-unquote remastered before by a developer known as War Drum Studios. They made the mobile port of the game, which has a lot of bugs. In fact, it probably has more bugs than the PS2 version of the game. This version, this mobile version, was then ported to the Xbox 360 and PS3 consoles, so it's a broken mess. That is the version they decided to port again to this definitive edition. They just made it look nicer.
Huh.
So we have a buggy mess that heavily needs patching that was sold at $60 for a package of GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas.
Oh, it's out already.
Yeah, it's already out. It came out yesterday.
That makes sense, because when I was on Reddit, I saw like somebody put in the video game section, the video game subs, that they were like, oh, it took internet amateurs 3 hours to make blah 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 part of the city look way better than Rockstar took, years to do. So, and they showed like the difference in the quality, and it's night and day. And this is like, people are pissed that this is what Rockstar put out as a finished product, when people on the internet who aren't game developers or coders can fix it within a couple hours. Like, that's embarrassing for a company. But they don't give a fuck as long as they make money. That's all they give a shit about.
The main issue with this is that they're like, actual Rockstar devs are barely involved with this project. It's just this War Drum Studios thing. But they actually so Take-Two Interactive, the publisher who owns Rockstar.
Yeah.
They purchased this War Drum Studios, and they rebranded them. They call them Grove Street Games. They're literally known as Grove Street
Games.
So they are dedicated to San Andreas mostly. And they
games
still
or
do
games?
a shitty job. They're literally known as Grove Street Games.
Games,
It's
video games.
So it's look at Vila's chat.
I didn't know that if you meant gangs, like, because
Rockstar's not the one that
because Grove Street is a gang,
But yeah, it's literally called Grove Street Games, and that's the current developer who made like these games. GTA 3 is mostly untouched. That means all the bugs are still there.
Nice.
But like, it wasn't Rockstar that did Cyberpunk. That was CD Projekt Red.
Yo, Rockstar should be taking it offline and like fixing it before they put it back out.
Now hold up with that. All right. Fun fact. So you know how there's like a lot of issues with like licensing and stuff, right? Like,
what do you mean with this game or overall? In video games.
In video games, but like in this game, there are 20 plus missing tracks throughout the course of the 3 games.
They took music away?
They took music out. In fact, they took Billie Jean out of Vice City, and that is the biggest crime ever.
I don't know if this is true, but I also heard they took Laszlo out, who's like been known as he left Rockstar either last year or the year before, like during the pandemic or maybe right before. And I heard somebody put a rumor up online on Reddit actually that said that Laszlo was no longer in the whatever, the new edition. And I was like, that's like half the fun of the fucking radio in GTA games is that dude, is Laszlo, because his character anyway is a complete scumbag, like, homophobe, misogynist piece of shit. Like, he's fucking hilarious.
So.
But that's lame.
Fact.
They took Laszlo out.
Yeah, okay, and they actually took off the entire PC version of the game. You cannot get it on PC right now.
What?
Yup. They actually they unintentionally, or probably intentionally, I don't know. They left files in the game, and in fact, they left all the music tracks in the game. They just turned them off.
Right.
And data miners are going to find that day one, which they did.
Sure.
So people have already modded the music back in through a few mods. People have already torrented the game up. The pirates are running wild right now. So the pirates are already playing the game on PC right now.
Good. You know what though? Like when games put out bullshit just to make money, fuck it, pirate it.
And also all of GTA Online, Red Dead Redemption 2, the entire Rockstar launcher was down for a day and a half. All of it.
Yikes.
Just for them. Like San Andreas and the music track.
Yikes, dude.
Yeah, it's a travesty. They literally said, "Oh, we had like a maintenance day." Okay, I didn't know maintenance day also meant launch day.
Right. Maintenance day. Yeah, maintenance day on launch day means we fucked up.
The game was up,
right.
The game was up for purchase and was able to be downloaded for 2 hours. So there's a very small amount of people that actually have the game,
have it, and are able to play it.
Yeah, because the service could have gone down while they were downloading it. So a lot of people don't have it. They purchased a game they can't play, on
The
PC.
people who do have it are fucking pissed, though.
All the console players have it though.
But they're pissed. Like
Oh yeah, it's a terrible experience. Literally,
they put out a subpar product on purpose.
There are invisible like holes in the ground you can fall through. You can fall through the world in GTA 3.
Yeah, I remember that.
You can like they did not patch them from the old. Like this is a PS2 bug that still exists. Like, how did you what did you do? Did you literally just straight up port the world in all the bad code?
Right. Yeah, I think that's what they did. They just copied code.
It's in a different engine. It's in the Unreal Engine.
Fuck. I don't know how that works. Then I didn't know if the code would work.
Apparently, most of it did work because this is a very lazy remaster. They upped the textures. The textures look really good, but the characters, they did my boy dirty. Oh man.
Which one, Carl? Carl Johnson?
No, actually, CJ looks okay. I'm thinking Tommy.
Like
Tommy looks really bad, like
Tommy
in his new
Vercetti.
remaster. Yeah, he's like super saturated and like tan. Like it's really weird. I mean, I know it's like Miami, but still. And there's also Claude, the GTA 3 protagonist. He just looks really awkward.
Oh yeah, I wonder how he got that name, Claude. I've always wondered that.
They mentioned it in San Andreas. That's how he got his name. No one knew what his name was until San Andreas.
Because I remember you race him in.
Yeah,
it might be San Andreas, or it might
he was
be
Catalina's boyfriend or whatever.
It's got to be San Andreas because he wasn't in Vice City. So yeah, crazy shit.
Yeah, Claude just shows up randomly in San Andreas for like a mission. Then he's gone.
You race him, and then I think you either get his car or get money or something.
Something like that. But no, this is a travesty, man. Like they had so much potential, and like they took the mobile version, brushed it up a bit, slapped a new like coat of paint basically, and then called it a day. And it's so bad. This mobile version is terrible.
On mobile, who wants to play a big game like that on your phone?
Did you play the original like games?
Yeah, I played GTA
like the PS2 ones.
No, I started on GTA 2. And worked my way up from there. I never sat down and played the original first one, but I have played it.
Have you played OG San Andreas?
Yeah. I played from GTA on. I played every single game except for that, like Chinatown Wars, anything for the DS. I didn't play.
Yeah. You know the weightlifting mini game where you spam your buttons for them to like do the reps?
Yeah, you become jacked as fuck. Like
they got rid of the same mini game. You no longer tap buttons. They have a little bar that goes up and down like the football games, like when you're about to do a kickoff. It does that, and you gotta click whenever it hits
in between the
in the lines. Yeah,
weird.
It's really awkward, and it's way slower. It's way slower than just doing the reps on the.
Yeah, you don't usually remaster a game to make them worse.
That's how it was for the mobile version.
Why is it $60 too? Like, really? You haven't made your money off GTA?
Way too overpriced, and they didn't change anything.
Right.
There's not enough change. Yes, it looks nicer. Woohoo. And yes, it may not crash as often, but I've still seen people crashing. So it's just not optimized. The frame rates are well lower than 60. The console versions, for some reason, have the you know how the new consoles have this option of like fidelity mode versus like, what's the word? Just like graphical like frames mode.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so you're either doing like full quality or you have slightly less quality for more frames. You shouldn't need that on this game. Like these games were built in the early 2000s, man. Like it should not be as intense on the hardware, even with updated textures.
Yeah, I take issue with companies remastering games just to make money. Like if you do something to it, a lot of games when they get remastered will throw in like anything downloaded. Like when I finally got around to playing The Last of Us, the original one, everybody had played it. Everybody in the world had played it and said how great it was. When I finally bought it, it was the like Game of the Year edition, and it came with two different. It came with like the big side story there. Like you had to download it if you bought it when the game came out. And it also came with like all these like unlocked skins and like, I don't want to say cheats, but they basically are like unlimited ammo. You could get unlimited breathing. Like you can earn all that shit in the game too. But the game I came with, it's just like you could have started, if you wanted to, you could have started out with like every weapon,
Yeah, my biggest issue with
Something like that.
with these like this game, this remaster or whatever, is that like these Grove Street Games guys have been working on San Andreas since before 2016. They've been working on San Andreas this whole time and have not even done much to it.
For 7 years or 6
Yeah.
years? Jesus
Because they did
Christ.
the mobile version first. They should know this game by now.
Ugh, fuck them. Like, I guarantee you the mobile version's ghetto as shit.
My friend has it. Says it's okay. It's really awkward.
Is it top down like the other
No,
ones that were
it
mobile?
plays just like it. It just has mobile controls on screen all the time. Like just the
Weird.
analog
Like-
move around and the aim.
Like if there was like an attachment controller, kind of like I've seen, you know what I mean? I've seen something similar with like a PC game that you can hook to your phone on the controller. Like if you could do that, I would do that for a mobile game. If it's like the whole game, right? If it's not a mobile version of the whole game, because usually that's garbage. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? It's just not the same as the actual console game.
Yep.
I don't know if it's because they can't fit the data or what.
Here's the kicker, right? All right, totally different thing, but it still makes sense. You know how there was this fog in San Andreas to make it look like an illusion of the map's like supposed to be bigger than it actually is?
I guess so.
Like when you go out of town, there's like fog, like you can't see San
Oh,
Fierro
right on,
from
right
Los
on.
Santos. You
Right
can
on. I
now
see
see
what
the
you're saying.
whole map from one corner to the other. It's really awkward.
Without opening it, like in the
Like-
old ones,
like
the
just-
originals,
okay,
you had
so-
to open it. You know.
Okay, so it like not like that, not the map like that. I mean like physically, like in game, like not in the pause menu. If you have a jetpack, right, and you fly high up into the air, you can see the other side of the map, like way over there.
Oh, weird. There's no
You
like
can
clouds
see
or
there's
anything.
no clouds at all. Nothing.
Weird.
It's
Yeah, that's
plain
lame.
as day, and it's really awkward. You should
'Cause you
not
know-
be able to see San Fierro from Los Santos.
I thought you were talking about like the overall map. Like you gotta go somewhere before you can see it, right? Like because don't
Yeah.
they keep is it
Blocked off islands.
is it San Andreas? That's the one you can go to the casino in Vegas, right? Or you
Yeah,
can,
but that's at the end of the game.
yeah, but it's you. Really? I don't think it was the end
It's closer to the end of the game.
because I
You go
remember
there
like.
immediately.
I remember when I got rich off the casino and it only took like 20, 30 minutes and I fucking had millions of dollars and nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Like,
If you go to that island too early, you get 6 stars immediately.
oh, okay. What they should do with the gambling is make it like either a lot harder or not let you win as much money because like, you know, when I can have $1.5 million and I can throw $1 million down on the roulette table and double that shit in 5 seconds. You know what I mean? Like at one point I actually won like the jackpot for the slot machines. Like it was like $10 million or something like that. And at that point in the game, I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. I'll never need money again for the rest of the game. You know, especially if you do the method where you save before you do every mission. Or like you save after you've gotten a big pile of money so you never lose it. So like if you get killed a couple minutes later, you don't lose your money. That's how I've always played those games. Like save and load. So if you die, you just load up before the mission and you boom, you have all your weapons back. You have all your fucking, you know, if you got armor or whatever. I do that shit instead of like doing cheat codes because I think cheat codes are like lame in a way, you know.
Anyway, yeah, the
Yeah.
GTA
Sorry.
launcher and stuff, the Rockstar launcher came up like not even 2 hours ago. Like it just came back online, and half my games don't even work. I tried playing GTA 4 today because it was really laggy last night for some reason when I didn't have the GTA launcher working because it was stuck in offline mode. And yeah, now GTA 4 won't even launch. So who knows?
GTA 4 is what? Vice City?
No, it's just called GTA 4. It's the
Oh,
it's
okay.
Liberty City.
It's
so
the
it's
one
the newer
with
one.
Nico
Yeah, that one.
Bellic.
I was trying to play that earlier and it wouldn't let me.
Nico Bellic and his fucking scumbag cousin. I can't remember what the name of his cousin is, but Roman is a complete fucking dirtbag. Hey, come to America. I live in a mansion. I own sports cars. Like, the fuck you do, Roman? You're a dirty little fuck. That shit's hilarious to me. Yeah, that was a good game. I liked 4.
Yeah, I just hope they do patch these games, but like, man, I don't trust this this developer.
You
They have
know,
such a bad track record.
I want to see the next one. They do it like they do, like with the online shit, like and be able to, like, I think you should be able to go into any bank at any time, and if you can hold shit off and like fight off the cops, get the vault open every single time. Like, make it super fucking hard to do it, but it would be dope. Like, that game should be like, I mean, what more can they do with it? They've done so much that they have to start thinking about like a game where you can literally enter every single fucking building, or way more buildings than you can now, you know?
I just hope the inflation rate's a lot lower in GTA 6.
What do you mean?
GTA 5's online inflation has gone insane. Like there are cars that you can pay less money for in real life. Like the cars in game.
Oh, really?
Way more. Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen
than
that.
Their real life
like,
counterparts.
I've seen that's a big business for them, because I don't know how many times I've been on Reddit and I've seen a GTA Online ad that's like, you know, buy this car now for $25. I'm like, fuck you, dude. I'm not paying real money to buy an in-game car. Like, are you out of your fucking mind? Oh, it's exclusive. It's exclusive to however many people want to pay for it. That's not what exclusive is. You know, exclusive would be like there's 50,000 of them, first come, first serve, and you can never own that car again. Okay, that's one thing if people want to pay it, but exclusive to like, it's so exclusive that you just have to buy it to make it not like, fuck off, dude.
What I really
I've heard that. Well, go ahead, man. I'm sorry I cut you off.
I mean, I can't cut you off too, but it's fine. What I kind of wish was if they made the original story mode for GTA 5 better by adding all the online cars, like the ones that are normal cars, not the flying motorcycles.
Exactly.
If you added all of those like extra cars they added in the last 10 years, imagine.
Yeah, or at least like be able to buy them with in-game
money.
Not real fucking money.
Because
like, that
shit go back to the GTA 5 story, it's untouched.
Is
untouched. Yeah, it's the same. Like all the cars are the same. The missions are the exact same, basically. Sad.
What? See, they should be putting in expansion packs and shit like that. You know, like any expansion pack for it that had like side missions should all go into that. That's the point of doing a remaster. Like, this is a money grab. And, you know, it's honestly like, it's not hard to work up a bunch of gamers, but something like this, they will not let that shit go. Like, they're going to be flipping out about Rockstar for a while, probably till the next game comes out.
Yeah. I mean, literally, there's so much potential, man.
What I was saying a minute ago is I've heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard people leaking shit online that are supposedly like Rockstar employees saying that they've made so much goddamn money off of, what is that? Did you hear that, homie? Is that me? They made so much goddamn money off of GTA Online that's why like they haven't come out with anything since Red Dead Redemption 2, that they're not like pushing to get GTA 6 out as hard as they should be. You know what I mean? Like, they instead are working to keep GTA Online running because it's made them so much fucking money. Like, I can see how when you have to like buy at a certain point, you have to buy something with real American cash to get an in-game whatever is fucking stupid. Like, if it's like, you know, something small like $1.99, maybe then, but even then, it's like the principle of the matter.
They're not putting that money back into their products, though.
Exactly.
That's their biggest issue, is that they're not reinvesting in the games. Look at this freaking shitty launch of the these old games that just got remastered.
Right. It's lame.
Absolute fail.
So what came with the remaster? Like, what games?
Just GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas.
So like the original PlayStation.
The original, yeah. So they call it the GTA trilogy is what they call it. It's I
think San Andreas came out on PS2, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, it was the last one on PS2.
Because I did have it for 3, I think, PlayStation 3. Because I definitely had 4 and 5 for PlayStation 3.
It's funny. So remember, there were 2 versions that came out on PS3. So there was the backwards compatible one that the PS2 would work on PS3, which was the good version of the game.
That's awesome.
And then they have the War Drum Studios version that came out later, which took away the original game.
Fucking And
So
they're the same company.
They would make you buy it
remaster,
again
right?
as well.
And they're the same company that just did this remaster too, right?
Yes.
Lovely. Lovely.
Like they literally they actually made me buy the Xbox version twice. So
That's
I own the
cool.
PS2 version originally, which I do have a disc of it still, but I don't.
Oh,
have
you can't transfer it over. Yeah, that fucking sucks.
but that's fine. I had
That's
an
to be
original
expected.
Xbox version on my Xbox 360. So I played that. It was a downloaded version I got off the Xbox, Xbox Live store.
Xbox Live,
yeah. And then when I got an Xbox One, I wanted to, download it and play it because, I figured backwards compatibility, right? The original Xbox version of the game is not available. You cannot buy it, play it, download it, whatever. They took it off. Basically, they took my $20 and said, "Screw you! Give us another $20 and you can play GTA."
So
our bad version.
You basically would have to like find one in the wild of the original PS2 or whatever, and then find a PS2 to play it. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. But I already have the PS2. I just need a PS2.
And then I've been looking into getting like either a classic Super Nintendo or a classic, and I don't mean like the ones they came out with that was like NES classic with only a certain amount of games. Like I would buy one of those if I knew somebody that could mod it and put like all sorts of games on it. Like there's no way I'm giving Nintendo fucking $60-$80 for 30 fucking NES games or 25 NES games that I have on my computer for free. I can download any ROM I want and call it right or wrong, whatever, but they're there,
Okay, I have something funny now. You know about the hot coffee thing, right?
Oh, in GTA, yes.
In San Andreas.
Yeah,
they already have the mod.
The mod open for it. Nice.
They already have the mod for the remaster.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
Why not just put it in? Like big fucking deal. Like we don't really know what was going on anyway. Like, I mean, they would let you bang a hooker in GTA 3. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? The car's shaking. Like, what's happening. I don't know why.
I guess it's seeing the pixelated models do things inappropriately versus seeing the car bump back and forth.
Right. Instead, you see pixelated boobs. Oh my god!
Have you seen the freaking have you ever turned your camera just to see the car?
No, you can't see anybody inside, can you?
Okay, so if you like park your camera next to a certain wall, you can see what they're doing. They're literally just standing, they're just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah,
I remember that.
It's not going to make an animation for it if they're going to.
So the car's moving, but they're just like, oh yeah, we're just going to hold still.
We're just going to shake.
Hands are on the wheel.
It's like G-Man's hooker that he bought. I mean, you call it what you want, but he gave that girl almost $1,400 to spend the night with him. So,
fun fact: I actually have no idea about the G-Man stuff.
No? Oh
yeah, man, I have not caught up with that.
Yeah,
it's a fun rabbit hole. That's not for tonight. But
yeah, sorry. I don't want to talk about it. We're good.
If you want, the next time somebody goes live talking about him, I'll send you a DM or something because I watch G-Man shit all the time. Black Eye TV covers him a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Dragnot
I saw his stuff on it, but not really.
Oh, G-Man's fun. He's just, you really need a lot of patience to handle him.
Okay.
Handle listening to him.
Rabbit holes aside, Widow's Son.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I've been listening to you guys reminisce about GTA.
I actually thought you fell asleep, dude.
No, dude.
I was about to ask you if you were still awake.
No, man. But I do know that Splicer has somewhere he does need to be. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to wrap up a little early tonight because I know that the boys over at the Geek Room are going to be going live here shortly. So, and plus, I need to charge my computer.
Time for a raid.
But Jake, man, thanks for coming and hanging out with us again tonight.
Dude, thank you, man. It's thank you. Always enjoy coming up.
Always a pleasure talking with
you. You don't got to thank me. Yeah, dude, for sure, man. You youngin'. I was fucking with it, man. Yeah, it was good to talk about video games, dude. It's awesome. We can do that shit again.
Splicer, what's your next video coming out?
You see, I forgot to edit it yesterday, so it's coming out Sunday.
Okay.
You want what it is? Nope.
Oh,
you'll see.
I don't know if I'm subbed to you.
Well, now's your chance.
Hold up? Let me get YouTube open.
It is
All right.
the Bitmoji himself, Splicer87.
That's their whole name, Splicer87. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my Fallout series. I'm bringing it back.
You got 500 subscribers roughly. Oh yeah, I am subscribed. Okay.
Heck
cool.
yeah.
All right. Well, now I have got to get my new schedule tomorrow when I get to work, so we will announce the next shows coming up here within the next day or two. So everyone just watch the Discord, and we'll let everyone know when we will be live again. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button for us. Hit the subscribe button. Get the notification bell on. Come and join us, and we always have a good time here. And it's been awesome to see everyone in the chat tonight. Miss Vendetta was here. Let's see who else showed up. Wanderer was here. I'm sure he's probably passed out by now because I know it's very late.
Broadway.
Yeah, Broadway was here. But it has been a very fun night indeed. So, guys, once again, we will announce the next shows coming up here with just the next few days. So just be patient with us. So just watch the Discord, and we will keep you up to date. So until we see you again, my friends, as always, peace be with you.